If you hear any Kenyan looking for a job, they'll begin by describing their qualifications. I am a graduate of this, I'm a master's of this. Let me tell you Kenyans what goes out there. It is not the time to carry photocopies of qualifications. It is a redefinition of your God-given potential known as talent. That you'd go to somebody and say, look here, far from my qualifications, this is my value. No employer will invest in you just because you got photocopies. Doesn't work, will not work.
Unemployment among the youth is a common problem in Kenya, a situation that has left many graduates without jobs, even after families spent fortunes educating their children in the hope that they will have a better future. Bill Clinton Mugwai is no different. He's an engineering graduate from the University of Nairobi and a first-class honors graduate at that. But for 2 years now, he has been tamarking looking for a job or even an internship position in vain, pushing him to a breaking point to the extent of even wanting to burn his degree certificate. Martin Munene visited him at Kabaru in Nyeri County and filed this report.
It is here that 25-year-old Bill Clinton Mugwai calls home. He lives here with his mum on a quarter-acre of land next to Kafaru Forest. He has been trending on social media after he threatened to burn his degree certificate over lack of a job. He says he has reached his limit after countless rejections in his job and internship applications.
After applying like a month ago, I got a rejection at the beginning of last week. So I was like, if you have been applying for jobs both abroad and here, so I mean, why should I apply no anymore?
Mugwai had attained straight A's in his KCSE examination in 2015. He had always topped his class, as the certificate shows. He made it to the university where he struggled to make it through.
So I myself, I was already suffering I was falling into depression. Especially in my third and fourth year, I was falling really hard into depression. But thanks to God, I finished successfully and I got my first class honors.
Educating this son was not an easy job. Was not was not a small task. You can imagine how a single mother like me, with no job, a small, do I call it a garden? Because it is just a quarter of an acre.
He was elated to get to the finish line in his undergraduate studies in style as an honors student. But the job market has not been very accommodative of his attempts, as he soon learned.
So I applied to many places, as you would expect. I actually started applying the end of 2020, before I even did the final exams. So constant rejection after rejection. Internships, you can't even get internships. That was really hard,
This forced him to retreat to the village where he has spent the last year. His mother, even more frustrated than his son, who he hoped would change the family fortunes.
When there was no job, I just felt I shouldn't be living. I should die also. But I could not show my son how I'm feeling.
But even from the village, his job search bore no fruits. He says he tried his hands on coding to expand his job search prospects, but all in vain. It is then that he decided to try blogging, his last post catching the attention of many online.
Protocol has failed. I have tried software, has failed. So instead of being desperate in one state, I'm stressed and I'm angry, of course, at the job market. So I cannot stay in one place forever. I must do something different.
He says he feels that as much as education is the key, his degree is of no value unless it gets him a job.
I'm just telling my case, my truth, and the truth that is in the job market, in the Kenyan job market for graduates. Over 4 million people have no jobs in Kenya, and they are graduates.
Bill Clinton embodies the frustrations of millions of young people in Kenya who bear the weight of entire families on their shoulders with the hope that tomorrow will be better than today. Martin Munene, Citizen TV, Nyeri County.